Supplies are as follows: root tone that I've had for about 20 years. This contains a plant hormone that will stimulate rooting. A small piece of newspaper. I will pour a little bit of the root tone onto this. I don't put the root tone back into the container. A pair of scissors to prune my plants, a container of tap water, plastic bags to cover my plants to prevent excess water loss, and the plant I want to root, Cistus latanifer or gum rock rose. I'm trimming off the bottom at an angle of 45 degrees and removing some of the lower leaves. Actually, wounding the stem can increase the chances of rooting. It's looking a bit wilted. I collected it yesterday and it went through a little bit of drying before I had a chance to put it into the plastic, but I'm hoping for success here. So today is June 20th, 2020. Trim off the bottom of that one. I also have this Veronica spicata, or spiked speedwell. It has very short stems, so I better be careful. So remove some of the lower leaves. You want some mature leaves. These leaves might be too big, so I can trim those back a little bit, because otherwise I'll be using up too much water. Too much water will evaporate from those leaves, and that might lead to stress. So you want a clean cut so you don't have a wound on the leaves, though. So I've got my containers, my root tone, ready to go. Pour a little bit of the root tone on the paper. Sorry, my angle's a little off. You can't see what I'm doing. Just a tiny little bit. I don't have that much root tone left. It's a powder. I'm not sure how effective it is in water. It's mostly used when you put the plants directly into the soil after treating them with the root tone. My stems on that are so small, it's going to be hard to get them into the water well. The other ones have long stems. They should work pretty good. Sometimes I let them sit for a while. Sometimes I just process them right away. Get rid of more leaves. You want to concentrate on the growing of the plant. So I just have a little bit of root tone in the crevice there. I want to make sure I coat thoroughly. Now I need to cut some plastic. So one good use of plastic is propagation of plants. The spiked speedwell stems are very short, so I'm going to make sure that they're immersed in water. So I'm going to fill this container to the brim. And so I'm going to put a piece of plastic over the top of it so it doesn't, the water won't evaporate out. Then poke a hole in the plastic for my plants to go through. The gum rock rose is easier to deal with. I'll just put it in the water. Voila. Now I'll put plastic bags over the top of them. Make sure that there's some air holes in the plastic bags because they still need to have gas exchange. But this will prevent them from drying out until they start taking up water on their own. I'll probably take the bags off in a few weeks. There won't be roots yet, but they'll be taking up water from their stems. So this is an addendum to the video. It's July 2nd. Almost 2 weeks have passed and no roots have formed yet.